Okay, so now that we're live, there should be some notifications. You might have to refresh.
I don't like this game.
I don't like it either, bro. I told it earlier.
I don't like this game. I don't like this game.
Just throw it across the room. That's what I would do.
There's so many boxes of sweet potatoes under the table
Here, I need
that
the cord.
I cannot
I have to
move
plug in.
my feet. Herm.
Refresh.
Cord. Look at you. Shabbat shenanigans. What the hell is that? Compost? The toilet?
Yeah, dude.
What?
You love it. Hi,
Why?
Brooklyn. What's up, Seven Heather?
What's wrong with
Hello.
you?
Is this the right one?
Oh, goodness gracious. Nobody knows, man. First live in forever. It's been a long time. Been a long time since I rock and roll.
Oh, Brooklyn made it this week. All right.
Hello. Who are in Torah trying and doing
Justin, what's up? Everybody getting notifications? It's actually happening tonight.
Removable device detected. I'm about to hack it. I'm about to hack your phone.
I denied you. Landon.
Bible says something about that.
Kimberly. Britt. What's up, y'all?
You know what?
Shabbat shalom, shaloha.
I just want you to know I never did figure out the password on my laptop. Somehow it's just like...
What's up, Tech?
It doesn't exist anymore.
Got a notification. Sweet.
Oh, well.
Heck it. Well, you've been following me?
Yeah.
You've been following me, Heather? Does it look trimmed?
Top,
Is it that noticeable?
happy,
Okay, maybe it is.
alive, it can't be.
It's got a little, we got some misses here, it looks like.
Putting this on
But
the
if I do
Facebooks.
that, you can't tell. It looks good now.
I'm doing this on the Book of Faces. Yeah?
Jake Paul is going to lose his ears tonight, for sure.
Okay.
Or he's getting knocked out, one of the two. That's all hype, bro. I'm not gonna even watch it. It's a stunt. It's a Hollywood stunt. What's cracking? You like the toilet
Can
right
I
there?
can I put this on the
Facebooks,
interwebs?
On the Book of Faces? Send it. Because it looks like a dumpster fire. No hat tonight. No, I'm actually going to get a hat in a minute. I just been wearing one all day and I took it off for a minute. And then I'm going to put it back on. What's up, Scuba Rob? What's up,
Beep.
Hammy?
Beep.
Beautiful humans.
Beep. Burp.
No notification. See, this is BS. Honestly, man, I hope we get the most randos ever. Not so that I can be mean to them, but because
We haven't got that many. Where did they go?
I need to preach truth, and I don't know if it's just like
You guys don't...
we're getting shadow banned by the UB2Bs. They offered me money, and I didn't take it, so they might be mad at me. Not a lot, though. Like,
Definitely
sell your soul for 50 cents type of shit.
Ali Yavuz says, "Hi, sir. What's up? How are you?"
I don't know. Oh, we got rando. Sweet.
Ali, you
Wrenches. Cute haircut. Thanks, love. Trying and doing. What's up?
Rick Durham,
No notification either? Man.
Army.
Bumsies.
Free me. Oh, gosh.
Rando witness
No,
party.
sorry.
Woo woo. That's right.
I'm so sorry. These guys are lame anyways. We do this in spite of them.
Hey, one of you little kids in the back room there, bring me that Bible in my nightstand. That's how we do things over here.
Why so loud? Timberly Chisholm Kism, we got our notification.
Sweet. So half you guys are getting it, half you guys aren't. It's about right for the YouTube
Beautiful.
robots.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, bring me the hat that's hanging up over the AC too.
Why? You don't like it when people talk about your haircut?
No, this is for you.
I'm
I'm
stuck.
gonna cover it.
Make it go away.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover it for the sake of the angels, okay?
I fell off the bed.
Okay, you got my Bible and you got that. It sounded like you got hurt, so it sounded like he smacked his face on the ground. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, the loves.
Okay.
Love you. Okay, get out of here.
No notification. Desert Jack says no notification. Bring the word, nerd. Are they okay? Apparently, he was fine.
Yeah.
He had no problem.
Yeah.
No more monkeys jumping off the bed.
Yeah.
Because I think he was trying to escape the bed, but he was like...
What'd you guys think about the thumbnail?
I think you're so strange.
Dude, it was an outhouse toilet seat that I put in this week. And the customer was extremely excited about it. I actually wanted to poop in there. Just to test it out, make sure that, you know, it's lined up with the bucket properly. But there was no shavings, and I thought it'd be rude to break it in that way, so I withheld.
Ooh, he said he thought that the thumbnail was a penny.
Thought it was a penny. It is a outhouse toilet.
When exercising my band hammer, how long can I send people to the rapture?
So start with the little one, unless it's all the way bad. Matter of fact, just put them in a short timeout, so when they come back around, I can schwack them all the way off the channel forever.
Ali says, "Where are you, sir?"
Where are you, sir?
We are in America.
Yeah.
Isn't that a song? Isn't that like the movie?
I'm in the Homa of the Oaklas.
Hemi says, "Crappy thumbnail."
Arkla, Texahoma. That's where I'm at. What?
Hemi says, "Crappy thumbnail."
Yeah, it is a crappy thumbnail. That's right.
Brooklyn, my brother jumped off a bunk bed and had to get stitches. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty common.
Yeah, it's
thing.
normal. I mean, I'm pretty sure my brother came off a bunk bed and got stitches. I'm pretty sure I did.
Heather,
maybe not stitches.
Heather says, "I want a hammer just so I can feel cool." Justin, forever.
Yeah, not forever.
Oh, I am from Turkey, he says.
Turkey?
What's up? Welcome.
Welcome. Well.
Little hammer.
Do you guys eat pigs there? Because on this channel we don't.
And the candy at the stores that we can eat, I called the company, and they said if it says it has gelatin, it was the Haribo gummy candies, and it says if it says it has gelatin, but it says made in Turkey, then it's made with beef gelatin, so you can eat it. So we can eat Haribo gummy candies if it was made in Turkey.
Dude, my thing was so dim, I couldn't hardly even read these messages on here. Interesting.
Let's see. He's in his RV spaceship.
I am. I'm in the spaceship, and the
Problems
floors.
with sound? Is that for everybody, or is that one person?
You guys can't hear me, or is it just low on somebody's device?
We never eat pig because we are Muslims, sir. Okay.
Oh,
cool.
Sweet. We're not Muslims.
But we also do not eat pig because of the
We're
Torah.
Closely related to the Jews.
Right, the Torah. We do not eat.
Yeah, because we keep
the Torah.
The Torah.
Okay, everybody's saying they can hear fine. So I'm not sure.
All right. Well, then that's that.
I'm not sure if a lot of sour cream has gelatin in it. What do you mean? I just found out yogurt has gelatin in it, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of yogurts that
Now
do.
sour cream?
Yeah. Justin says, do you know a lot of sour cream has gelatin in it?
No. Come on, bro. Stop with that.
Brooklyn says, I gotta go. Might be back later. Shalom, Brooklyn.
Shalom, Brooklyn. Well,
yeah, trying and doing said problems with sound, but everybody else says it was good.
Trying and doing, restart your whole setup, homie. Or whatever. Yeah, do that.
5'2", it's metric. Why do you say 5'2"? That's a number. Where? Hold on, I gotta figure out what he's talking about. Huda and Torah. Oh, I got 5x5. Okay.
It's metric.
Fit for ya. Hola, Pretoria. Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Hola, Pretoria.
Don't say it.
I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say it if I don't know what it means.
Oh, we're getting them tonight, guys. We got it going on. Let's start talking about the Bible, and then we'll see if we can get people riled.
Daisy sour cream just says cultured cream. That's the only ingredient. I use that. Okay, cool. You know what? I feel like that's the only one that we really use too. So I don't know that I've ever thought to look. Scuba Rob says, I'm going to the Philippines to go scuba diving in January. The amount of pork and shellfish there can make it difficult. Aiming to eat as much fish as possible.
It's got to have fins and scales still.
Yep.
Just because it's in the water don't mean it's good.
Yep. It's good for the ecosystem.
Scoot your boots. Thanks.
Okay, then we got some random Tim Tampa, Tampa,
yep,
Florida. Shalom. Daisy versus store brand has huge differences in ingredients.
What's that? Wait a second.
Morza
What's this one?
Ostaver. Hi, brother. How are you?
You sing.
in the end, it doesn't really matter. No, I don't even know the words. It doesn't even matter. In you. There you go. That's my karaoke for you. Let's see. Hold on. Where do we go? Yeah, Daisy versus store brand has huge differences in ingredients. The cheaper stuff, I just thought it was avoiding pork. Anger flows through me. Yeah, I bet.
Anger flows through me,
We
too.
were so mad when we freaking found out that they put gelatin in the damn yogurt.
No.
We're like, what is the point?
I told you the rules. I told you the rules.
It's a
Go.
city. Oh, wait.
You just ate dinner, dude.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Bye.
Oh, okay. It's a city in South Africa, Pretoria. Thank you for noticing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you were telling me you were saying your location. Got it.
Yeah. Stand by, guys. I've got a four-legged creature.
Hello, Dr. Abu Khalid. Abu? I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Abu?
Yep.
Moza Ostover. Hi, how are you, bro?
Don't even bother on all those.
Okay.
Random shits, no?
Okay. Love some LinkedIn.
Yeah. All
I
right.
don't even know if you know any of these. Thanks for saying. Pretoria is a city in South Africa. Got it.
Sweet.
Shalomi homies, normally on the TJ channel, headed to an evening Shabbat group. Well, enjoy your fellowship.
Yeah. Who that?
Trump or Camilla.
Who said that?
Tuna. Shalomi homies, normally on the TJ channel, headed to an evening Shabbat group.
Sweet, man. Go get down on it. I'm gonna nerd out with the word out. We actually have a couple verses.
Brendan.
Oh, Brandon's here. What's up, Brandon? What's up, homie?
Rules changed? What do you think about it? What do you think about the Bible being changed?
Who?
Ali Yabus or whatever says, Sir, Holy Bible was changed. What do you think about it?
What do I think about it being changed? I think that it was probably altered at some point. And although we know that the King James Version is a terrible translation.
Yeah,
English
for
is
sure.
a terrible translation of Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic anyhow. There's not a great English translation.
But you can at least find the information.
But what I'll tell you is, if you want to talk about Bible stuff, this is the right channel. Because if you are a believer in Jesus, the Messiah, Jesus Christ, then...
He said he's Muslim, I think.
Yeah, but they believe he was a prophet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
What is the biblical definition of sin? And that's the cool thing about this is there's a definition of sin that is unfailing. And we find that the truth, the ultimate truth comes from the scriptures, from the written word of Elohim. And that, to me, is super duper important. Because for a long time I had no understanding of what sin is, or that I was doing it, or what it meant, and what that looked like. And today, we've learned quite a bit about it. And I think that in the discovery
Oh my gosh.
Stand by.
So sorry, my kids are screaming, y'all. Dad is coming for him. Let me just entertain for a second. I'm gonna say, we know for sure the Bible was changed. Like, the words, they're just, you can at least find the information online. Like, you can figure out what all the words originally meant. It just takes a desire to actually seek that out and not just trust what people say that it says.
Yeah, and don't trust Google either.
I was just saying, look it up online.
Yeah,
You
but
can easily find.
you can find stuff to proof text. The importance is, if you're going to study scriptures, that you want to study from the original language as close to the source text as possible, or the source, the text source text, original, as possible, because translations of translations is a lot of modern day Bibles. Like if you get like a recovery Bible, they're terrible. They don't even, they say a bunch of stuff that's like unnecessary, and I'm in recovery. Like I don't drink and I don't do drugs. It's just a different thing, but it's not the same. It doesn't have any value. It's so watered down that it's almost kind of ridiculous. It's kind of sad, to be honest with you.
Oh man, my comments were not moving. I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on here. I'm like, why is nobody saying anything? This is really weird.
Can you go down to the bottom?
Let me catch up.
Okay. Start reading them off. I'll be right back. I'm listening.
Hold on.
Are you even catching up, bro?
I am catching up, but I scan 1 John 3:4, right? That's the definition of sin.
Biblically, it's
Yep.
one of them.
Yeah, it is one of them.
One of them.
Trumps
That's
man's
one, buddy.
failures in transition with the Ruach. Yah trumps man's failures in translations with the Ruach. And honestly, it sucks because the enemy comes disguised as an angel of light. Like, from the garden, he's been, like, trying to, like, I guess, seduce everybody into disobedience. By, like, are you sure that that's what he meant? Are you sure that that's what he said? So, like, if the biggest issue that we have is, like, translation problems, like, it would make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like, even with Yeshua, Satan was trying to tempt him by giving him the scriptures, but, like, the twisted version. But Yeshua knew the scriptures, so he was able to battle with the truth of the scriptures versus falling for the lies.
Yeah, he didn't have the New Testament either.
He was the New Testament.
He had the Tanakh, right?
Torah. Well, yeah, Tanakh, yeah.
Yeah, the Tanakh.
That's the old, I think that's the whole...
That's the 5 books.
No, that's the Torah.
Oh, isn't it?
I think the Tanakh is the whole Old Testament.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first 5
I
of
think
the
it's
prophets.
the prophets, the writings, and the Torah.
Yummy. What are they saying in the chat, babe?
I'm going. We Muslims do not wear tattoos. We do not let women go on camera and others see her charms and hair. We Muslims are afraid of God when we are about to commit sin. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we don't read from the same book, but when was your book written? So I don't believe your book was written near as long ago as the book that I read out of, or the many books that I read out of. There's not a lot of historical data on that.
Let me see. Translations of translations is like compass following. Way off course, and you think you headed the right way. Yeah.
Oh, Jim said that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Jim, yeah, way off course. So a good thing about that is, if you guys know anything about land navigation, Jim was bringing up if you're using a compass, and if you're off, you're way off. Because if you're off 1 degree, I think it is 1 degree, and I think it's if you go 10 miles, 1 degree off, that you're like a mile or half a mile off of where your target is. And a half a mile or a mile, no, I think it's a half mile or a quarter mile or something like that. It's something crazy. Even if it was, 500 feet in thick brush or in thick woods, you wouldn't see that you missed it. You'd go right past it. And so, like, it is really important to stay true, have a true north, and to know that your compass is working properly, and also that your map that you're using, dude, all the words are leaving my head and they were just there. So you've got to orient your map with wherever it is, and because you don't just point them north. They have degrees depending on where you're at in the globe, how high up on equator, away from the equator line you are, or how far north. They change. And so the degrees of the map be here, right? And we'll say that the map, if you orient the map with your compass, the map may be turned just a tiny bit, just a little bit with the compass on it, and the compass is holding its true north. And then you get the degrees, which is the azimuth. And I know I'm saying it wrong, and I'm not like a pro on it, but I know a little bit. And you can get way, 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 way off. Especially if you start going that way and you never double check and you just keep going that way. The further you go, the further away you get.
I don't know if you're interested. This one says, I think if you want to believe God, first try to be a good person. Second, you choose a religion.
Yeah.
Islam is the true religion. I do think that there was a lot of history.
Who said that?
What? Which one? There were two different people, I think.
Islam is not the true religion. Not for sure. I mean, there isn't really much to argue on that one.
The difference comes from, like, who do we listen to? Like, I want to say Muslim, I think, believe in the Torah, right? Like I think they believe in the Torah and they believe in Yeshua, like that he was a prophet. But then, like, it's like the information as to, like, the Quran coming in, that prophet had, like, overpowered the rest of the word and became an idol, in a sense.
Yeah, what's funny is about 90% of the Middle Eastern flags are red, green, black, and white. A bunch of them are. And what's funny is that in the words that in the Bible that I read out of, it is prophesied that in the end times, the color of the horses that are not good at all, their seals being opened, and it's kind of judgments happening, and they just happen to match up with those flags, and so it's prophesied about that. Now, I'm not saying those people are bad. What I'm saying is Messiah came for redemption for all. And if you guys know this, if a Jewish person can't fellowship with a Muslim because they're common or unclean people, according to the Jews. Now, see, we don't believe that.
Yeah.
That's not what we believe. We follow after Messiah. Messiah talked to the Samaritan woman at the well, and he wasn't, according to Jewish tradition, he was not permitted to do that. But see, that is tradition. That's Judaism. That's not what we practice. Modern day Christianity has a lawless Messiah, and we don't believe in that either. We believe that the Father is sovereign over all things, and that he does not change. He's the same today, tomorrow, and forever. So the creator of the universe, the heavens and the earth, sets down some rules for his people. And those rules, he says, they're forever through all your generations. And it also says when the Messiah comes, he says that these laws will not be done away with until heaven and earth end. And heaven and earth hasn't ended yet. So the Torah, the beginning of the book, is still in play today, so we're not your average Christian for sure.
And I do think, I want to say, isn't it from what's this called? Hagar's wife? Or?
I'm trying to think of the bloodline of where they come from. They were part of the tribes.
I think that they came from, not Esau, dang it.
Maybe.
Who am I thinking?
I know it is. I can't think of it.
It's the freaking Hagar's son.
Somebody's going to say it.
Hagar's son.
Somebody's going to say it.
Dang it. It's Ishmael.
Ishmael. Yeah. That's it. Ishmael. Yeah. Yep. That's.
But like, it's like technically he was the firstborn. So like realistically, it would make sense. It'd be like that would be the bloodline or the
Abraham.
Inheritance. But that wasn't of
What's
the.
Funny is all come from the same people.
Yeah.
All of us.
But it's like if
Chicken Farmer Plus is here, let him have it. Chicken Farmer Plus.
If the Torah or if the Messiah, if Yeshua comes and says like, the only way to the Father is through me, right?
That's it. And because if not,
it doesn't matter whether you're from Abraham or you're complete just not born of any bloodline, or if you believe in what's his name,
hold on.
Whatever. The whole point is that no matter what, through Yeshua is the only way to the Father of the Bible. Like,
so I'm curious. What is the definition of sin to Muslims? Because I'm curious what that is. What is the definition of sin to Muslims? And I think there's some Muslims on here, so I'm really curious what they think. Also, this is a great witnessing opportunity, guys. So we'll see how this one plays out. It's ought to get interesting.
You think Persian Gulf or Arabic Gulf? I don't know what that means. Were you talking about something about that?
I don't know.
And he was promised to become many nations, but Isaac was the doable portion. Yeah, or the double portion son, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that was again the woman of like the child of promise, right? Like it was, and that's what sucks is that like what's her name, Sarai, whatever her name was. She went and like messed it all up trying to make things happen instead of just trusting the Father and what He said, and it caused quite a ruckus. But the Father knew what He was doing.
Won't you wear this so that our
so
brothers
people
here
think
don't...
that I'm like a lesbian?
No, is that way your hair's covered?
So we're not offending anybody?
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
I don't know if that's gonna be
a head covering. No, because it's
giant. Look how giant
it actually looks super cool on you.
It looks giant on my noggin.
It does look giant on your noggin. Yeah, too big. Too big for your britches.
I could just wrap the dang apron on me, whatever, just so we're not like being a stumbling block to anybody.
It's good. That's not a sin. I'm waiting for an answer, but I think they might have bounced off. Yeah, already.
Probably. Hello from Frankfurt, Germany.
What's up? I was working on some awesome German people's house today, all week actually.
Okay, we're wrenches. How dare you use the name as a? What does that mean? Let's go back up. Wrenches. Oh, tagging people. I don't understand all the numbers. As soon as I see numbers, it's just
it's all good.
It's gone.
I'm not tripping on it. All right.
All right.
Well, it looks like we've lost some people, so it's good. Now let's get on with the fun stuff. What's cracking, y'all? How was your week? And I actually want to share with you guys because a bunch of you were praying. A bunch of you guys prayed. I asked y'all to pray last week because we were really looking for the Father to have favor on us to get the land that we're currently leasing. And we made an offer on it, and they accepted our offer. So, yeah. So, a miracle. That's the first miracle, is that we're the third or fourth iteration, maybe fifth iteration, to ask the people, the landowners here that we're releasing our land. We've asked, several people have asked, about 4 or 5 people, I believe. And they said yes the other day. They said, yeah, we'll sell it to you for that price. And there's some little quirks to it. I can't get a finance loan because it's on a quitclaim deed and there's not an actual title to it. So if she doesn't have to jump through the hoops of filing and getting a title and all the stuff that goes with that, she'll do it for the price that we offered her, which is, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive. If you're from any coast or Texas, 2-acre lot, it's got a building on it, it's got a bunch of power drops, it's got a storm shelter, and it's really good. It's really usable land, and it's in a super, super, super cool spot. I offered him $60K, and they accepted. Now, I offered it without $60K in my hand. So they came back and they said,
we're not doing a loan.
Yeah, so they said, well, we can't do a bank loan thing, and this is why. And I know they're not bullshitting me. But she doesn't want to mess with it. She don't know about any of that stuff. So it's $60K cash, which is fine. And then I got to meet her at the courthouse, and we got to do a quick claim deed. And there's no hurry.
Right.
Hurry till people change their mind, right? But so we've got this huge blessing and this opportunity, because I would like to get old and retire here and build a big old giant house for my family to live in and have some sheepies and eat some sheepies and like throw in the towel when it's time to throw in the towel here and like, here you go, babe, and kids, like, have this place.
But we've had moments where the Father presented things that were impossible, and we were like, all right, this is all you, like, go for it. We're gonna, like, that's what we're doing right now. Like, we're gonna keep doing our footwork, but like, realistically, this is an impossible situation. So like, the only way that this works out is that the Father
makes a way,
does his thing.
Yeah,
right?
I'm either gonna get a huge job, or I'm going to be able to get a business. Something's going to happen, or somebody's going to bless me with the money, or somebody's going to go, hey, I heard that you need, let me loan it to you at whatever, right?
He always ends up providing some way
So,
when it's his will.
Yeah,
So.
I believe it's his will. But if it's not, it's okay. But I used to think 60K was a lot, but it's not. And I felt right. I prayed about it for a long time before I actually made the offer. And I know that a lot of people had asked her before, and she said, no, I'm going to keep it. No, I'm going to keep it. No, I'm going to keep it. It was my mom's. It's sentimental. And 60K changed her mind. So the Father had favor on us is what I believe. And I believe he softened her heart because I prayed about it for a long time. And she prayed about it. And she says, I can tell it's important to you, so I'll sell it to you. So I'm ecstatic. And I don't know what's going to happen next. The Father knows I'm willing to work for it. The kids want it. I want it. The wife wants it. So if
it be thy will.
If he's willing to make a way, I'm willing to work for it. Whatever that looks like. And I've got a couple moves to make, but I wouldn't be able to come up. I could come up with maybe a third of it. Yeah, or maybe a quarter or a third. Like if I liquidated some stuff, I could. What?
You're saying, what do you think about Iran? And he says, Iran is so far away. I gotta figure out how that goes now.
I like Israel.
I don't know too much about. I don't think the land.
It doesn't matter.
Don't really,
I like Israel.
We don't
the people.
really know either way.
I like Jerusalem. That's what I like, and I like Israel, the people, but not so much the nation state. All right,
don't know
what's
much
going
about
on in the comments? Because I haven't heard anybody give any praise or anything good. I didn't get a chance. I was just talking.
Praise God, His will be done. Congrats, fam. Great news. Olympia, did I not tell you?
Yeah, she probably did.
I'm pretty sure.
Keep going.
It says no way.
Yeah. Come on, keep going.
What?
Oh, you're still going up.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you already went to the top and then started working up.
I'm scrolling up over. Yeah, we've already been here.
Okay, so
they're having personal conversations that I don't understand. And then we're talking about Muslim stuff, but the Muslim person is not still there.
So now when we get to the prayer, now go down from there. Congrats, there. So you were going the wrong direction. Got it.
There was more that we hadn't seen yet.
There wasn't.
Prepping Brenda. Been prepping for puppies. They aren't here yet. Anticipation is high right now. Dude.
Oh, sweet, dude.
My
I love
freaking
puppies.
dog, when she ended up delivering, she went in, we tried to make her this kiddie pool bed and all this stuff. No, she went into my son's bed and had her puppies.
Babe.
What?
I love you so much. I still need your help.
Okay, just be patient. We're here for all of it. We don't have to hurry up to get through anything.
I wanted to get off of that topic is all. It's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to see what it said.
What are you talking about?
No, it doesn't matter now. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you need. We're not in any hurry. We're just chilling. We can respond to comments.
Olympia.
House big enough for generations. Exactly.
Yeah, dude. That was it.
Sore from all the blood work. Ready for the puppies to be here.
Oh, yeah? Puppies. What kind of puppies?
There is a main headquarters for many Protestant evangelical churches, even treasury offices. Yeah, that's cool.
What?
She said I didn't tell her. What the hell?
Oh.
How did that happen?
I don't know. You guys.
How did I not? I literally tell you everything. It doesn't make any sense. The amazing trip we met during Sukkot. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Regardless, I'm so excited. Yeah, sorry. Focus, she says. Focus. Sorry, I'm on it. Yo, I made a live Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Right? Yeah, I love that.
Sorry, we're trying to catch up.
Yeah,
watch out for your bed. Yeah, exactly. That's my warning. Is you can make your dog this awesome delivery spot. She may end up just still going on your.
You know where animals like to have it? They like to have it in this little closet we call the kids' room right now.
It's not really a closet. It's a camper. So it looks like a closet.
It's not a closet. It's a cute little cubby for the kids.
Some people actually make their kids sleep in closets, so you
Dude,
have to be careful saying that kind of stuff.
Then it's not a closet.
It's not really a closet.
I'll take you in there, but it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess.
But Roxy and I think our cat also delivered.
Yes.
Like they just like love the bed.
Yes, because it's like a little den in there. It's cool. I think I have slept in there multiple times. I love it in there. If I was a bachelor,
very cozy.
I would be all the way cool in there.
It's like its own little pod.
It's like being in the Navy. Like you got those little tiny bunks where you're like got your cozy little nook in there. It's bigger than that though for sure. It's way wider.
Anatolian, and then the mom is a brindle, dad's a tan color.
Oh man, I want one of those.
What state are you located in? Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Pituitary gland. The patches might help with that.
I'm in a state of exhaustion.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, dude. I love that. That's great, Hemi.
You haven't figured out that everyone belongs to the Father, and you should treat them all with love and plant the seeds of truth where you need to pray for wisdom and discernment. I don't know what you're talking about, if that's about us.
Oh, that's probably the chat, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. I wasn't bashing on anybody. I was trying to love on them.
You have tarantulas. Dude, we have tarantulas too.
Yeah, I like tarantulas.
They live in a shed in the middle of nowhere that last time he went to go check and try to get stuff out of the shed,
Those weren't tarantulas, dude.
No?
No.
What were they?
They were giant wolf spiders.
Oh, I thought you said it was
the
tarantulas.
size of, and they're way faster than tarantulas. And I had one run out from underneath some stuff when I was moving stuff, but it like ran like probably 6 feet right towards me, and I was like, ah! Stomping my feet trying to squish it. It just startled me, man. I wasn't ready for it.
Heather, I will definitely send that to you, not on Shabbat. Was Matthew 21:16 a mic drop on the Pharisee? Let's read it.
Oh yeah, send it. Let's see what we got.
Matthew.
Camel spider, yeah.
Need to send Amanda.
That's what it reminded me of.
I need to send Amanda. Hold on. Copy.
Hold on.
Wait, control.
What verse was that he was on?
I'm sorry.
I'm scrolling back.
I cannot focus.
Matthew
Control
21:16. Turning to it now. Boom. Boom.
Message.
Luke.
Break.
Luke. Matthew.
Break.
Matthew.
Matisyahu. Hold on. There she is. Boink.
21 what?
Boink. Boink. Okay. Sorry, I just realized I had not sent messages out to these people.
Dude, it's probably the verse I was thinking of earlier. 21 what? Oh, where'd it go? 21:16. 21 and 16, one page over.
Camel spiders. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Dude, they got the weirdest pincher.
Super good.
Yeah, they got the weirdest pincher things on them. Yeah.
21.
I've heard that they're like super chill,
16.
and I've heard they're really aggressive. So I don't know what to believe.
21:16. Have you never read, out of the mouth of infants and nursing babies, you have prepared praise? Right? Is that the right one?
I mean, that's what they said. 21:16, I believe. Read it.
And the blind and lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. But when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying out in the temple, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were indignant, and they said to him, do you hear what these are saying? And Yeshua said to them, yes, have you ever read, out of the mouth of babes, or infants and nursing babes, you have prepared praise. Yeah, he's just like, oh, Shabbat Shalom, Amanda. Look, she's such a song. Let me see. What was I saying? Yeah.
Kermode's here. What's up? Shabbat Shalom.
Picture of mom and dad. Okay. Let me check on the picture.
What's up, David Barb? Oh, yeah. Yep,
Here,
spiders do die.
Oh. That's the mom and dad of Brenda's babies.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, I'm all the way down.
We've seen puppies like that before.
Hold on.
We've seen puppies like that before.
Yeah, I like those puppies.
Yeah,
dude. All the way down with that.
Heather says we have some mutant spiders here too, and Terry the tarantula I met one day doing yard work. Yeah, I don't like that game.
That one looks like Tank.
I don't like that game, I know.
Yeah, we had one a few Sukkot ago, and we had a cool Anatolian mix with our little battle pup Roxy right here, and he was the biggest one out of the litter, and he got parvo when we had Sakot, and Steph didn't notice like too much. She said he was a little chill.
Hasn't really eaten his food.
He didn't really eat his food or drink his water. The water was the big thing, because if a dog gets parvo, the biggest thing that kills them is not the not eating part. It's the dehydration, because they won't drink water. And so I brought 2 black labs back from having parvo really bad. Like, the doc gave them like about an 80% chance they were not going to make it. And he says, here, this is dog IVs. Give them to them twice a day for 10 days. And if they make it through that 10-day period, they should be fine. And it's weird when you give a dog an IV, because you don't put it in a vein. You actually pinch the neck skin, and you poke it in there, and you just squeeze the bag, and it makes this big lump on the back of their neck.
It just like soaks in.
And it like falls over on the side. It's like a camel hump, but it falls over, and their body absorbs it. And I did that for 10 days on these 2 lab pups that were, I think they were about 4 months old, and they made it. And so yeah, if you catch it and figure out what they got, and you can keep them hydrated, they'll make it through.
Buckets, how deep did you get on Mary not actually being a virgin? Page 1226 NISR under the word maiden is wild.
Yeah, dude.
We went for a bit on that.
We actually, I think last week when we did that, it was definitely, I think they messed around, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we don't really know. It's
Who
definitely...
knows? It doesn't change it for me. And if I got caught up on it, because there's no way to have everything he fulfilled in his walk and in his lifespan. I think something like 300 prophecies or something like that. Maybe not that many. Messiah did that all happened in his ministry, and I think that for all of those things to come into that, it's not a coincidence. It's a miracle. So I don't get caught up in the weeds. I know who he is. I know that's salvation. I know he's real. And I also know that I had a burning bush experience. And there's no way that what I experienced, you can try to talk me out of something I may have learned, but you can't talk me out of my experience. And so I know Messiah is real, and I know there's redemption, and I know it comes through him. And so I don't have to question those things and get caught up in the weeds. Also, I believe there's probably lots of scriptures that we're missing. I think there's probably a couple books out there that would answer a lot of questions. Scrolls, if you would, right? I think there's some writings that we're missing that would answer a lot of questions. I mean, look at what First Enoch does when it's talking about Nephilim in Genesis. It's like a one-liner, and then that's it, right?
There was the Nephilim in those days.
But then you get Enoch, and then you start figuring out what fallen angels are, and
then you read the rest of the scripture where you
oh,
realize it was actually talking about these giants for a long time.
Yeah, and now I don't take Enoch and use it like it's Torah. I don't take, if it's adding laws that are not in the first 5 books. If I can't cross-reference it and refine it, then I can't use it as scripture. I can use it for learning and understanding stuff, but I have to pray and really seek discernment and wisdom on that, because I've seen a lot of people get carried away with Enoch calendars and all the other stuff. And yes, it is cool, and it's enlightening, and it gives you a different train of thought, and it makes some possibilities. But I don't have enough proof on calendars and times and dates and the way that it goes. There's no second witness to it. And so with that, it's really, I can see people getting caught up in the weeds and then thinking that they've got the right calendar and everybody else is doing it wrong. And, I'm not willing to do that. That's not how I get down. And I do take it and take I take the meat and potatoes out of it and I spit out the bones, and that's the best I can say. I'm not saying it's not scripture, but I'm definitely not gonna use it like the Torah as a lamppost, as a guide to my feet. You know, I'm not gonna do that.
Where is that verse that talks about? Hold on. The book of battles of Yahweh, and we don't. Right, that's exactly like I think we have so many writings. I actually found the what was it called? The War Scrolls, maybe? No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
The book of Wars or the.
No, the Book of Wars is what it says. I think in Numbers.
Okay.
But I think there's one called like the War Scrolls or something, and it like goes over the end time, like the apocalyptic battle.
But it talks about a bunch of other wars that happened too, more in detail though, right? Or is it just that one?
It's the apocalyptic end time battle or something like that. But it was freaking awesome. Like there's a lot of these books. Like I love. Are
you proud of me?
Yeah. You wore it?
Yeah.
Yay. I love, like, I want to get as much information as I can, you know what I mean? And like to me it's important that we know truth before diving into any of the extras.
That's 39 and 49.
Good job. You have to like know, you have to have a really like good foundation of what truth is and what the word says before diving into any of that other stuff, because like if you read something and you could be like, that one doesn't, like that contradicts scripture, right? It's important to know what could be contradicting scripture before you read that, right?
So like what is it, Maccabees?
Maccabees, which one?
Which one's the one that talks about not fasting on
that one
Sabbath?
Is Jubilees.
Mm-hmm. And that's another one out of the Apocryphas, right? And it's awesome. It's got so much good stuff in it, but then you catch these little nuggets and I'm like, It says not to fast on a Sabbath.
But because that was the only contradiction I could find, right? Based on the scriptures. Like, I tested the dates that they give, the timelines that they give, like, all of that in the scriptures, it all added up. Everything made a lot more sense, but there was one verse, which was the one that says you can't fast on Sabbath. But when I looked at it, it was not the word that was used for fasting. It was the word that was used for Day of Atonement when it says to afflict your souls. So it's saying literally don't afflict your souls. Whatever Day of Atonement, like that hidden meaning that we don't quite know what it is yet, but we're trying to do the best
we can with that.
That word, afflict your souls, is what we're not supposed to do on Sabbath.
Which, again, English is a terrible translation, and there's not a lot of, like, you'd have to find, like, the original manuscripts, the original scrolls for those, and try to proof text on there, and I don't think there's enough studies behind it. I think there's some, but there's very little, and it's really, really hard to get into that rabbit hole and have good confirmation on that. The other thing that it says too is to not lay with your wife on a Sabbath, which I can see why you would not want to be unclean when you went to the temple. I can see that, right? Because if you're unclean and you go to the temple, then that's not like a thing. You don't go to the temple unclean. You need a mikvah, right? And then you're still unclean until evening. So that would ixnay you from going to the temple. So I could see the practical application of that, but there's no second witness in the scriptures. And those are always concerning for me, because I will deep dive on something that I'm like, I don't know that it actually says that, or what does it actually mean. I think her study on the word is wonderful because it brings it around. But there's always, if you really dig into them, you've got to really, when something catches you, stop for a reason and use that discernment when it catches you and you're like, wait a second, what did that say?
And encouraging community says maybe it wasn't a contradiction, we just don't understand it. And honestly, that's kind of where I settled on the Jubilees one, because everything else, like Jasher, I believe that there was a book of Jasher. I don't believe that this book of Jasher that we have is the book of Jasher. I think that there is enough in there where you read it and you're like, ooh, this makes sense, because it's like your sons must be trained in the bow, and then there's something like it says in Jasher, like it literally says that, right? So you would be like, oh, look, we should read this one. But it's hard when you don't know if what we have is the original. You know what I mean? We don't know. So there's a couple things that weren't quite adding up in Jasher, but Jubilees I felt really strongly about. But with that one verse that was like seemingly contradictory, I ultimately had to kind of back out. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm not going to take this stuff as fact. I'll take it as like historical information or how they viewed things back then until we understand. until I went one day and realized that it was the word that we still don't know what it means, afflict your souls.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so it's talking about that. It's not even talking about fasting, because Yeshua did fast in the wilderness, right?
Yeah, because
David fasted for 7 days for his
right?
son.
And Yeshua fasted for 40. So we know, like, it can't be talking about that, but we don't have the context. And that's why I said, I believe we're missing books.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's really hard. I think if we all spoke Hebrew and Aramaic and Greek and read those languages, I think we could read the original manuscripts and we'd get a lot more context that we're probably missing. I think English is probably the last made-up language on the planet, and I think it's crap. I think it's really crappy. And maybe it's not the last. I'm just saying it's crappy when you try to translate it from those other languages, for sure.
And what was it? New to Torah? He did. I don't watch all. Like, I'm not a video person.
He did the Enoch one.
I don't do videos. Like, I don't watch people's videos. I feel like that sounds terrible. But
Zach Bauer did a really good study.
I don't do well listening for a long time. So, but New to Torah, he did a whole like series on the book of Enoch, and every time that like all these verses that we read, and it's quoting something from scripture, but that scripture is not in the Bible, then you realize that he's actually quoting from Enoch.
Yeah, clarify, because Enoch is referenced to, I think, close to 100 times or more than 100 times in the New Testament.
I watched that whole series, and it was enough for me to be like, okay, that makes so much sense.
So, wait, so the thing is it is not all of Enoch's books, because 2 and 3 I don't think those are actual, those are written, those are pretty extreme. Enoch 1 is definitely arguable by all stance, but 2 and 3 I'm not really sold on those ones at all. So, let's be careful with all of that.
But it really does, like, to me, it is about discernment. It's about being able to test the scriptures, right? Like,
English equals end time language.
You need to be able to, understand what, because if I just read the Talmud or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this one has, like, scriptural backing, like, yeah, I'm going to take this fact, and then I end up being led into some other traditions, right? And I'm very, like, adamant, like, we left a whole religion of traditions, right? And I don't want to go to another one. I don't, like, if there's traditions that are good, like, that are awesome and people love them, and, like, that's cool. I don't mind taking bits and pieces from them and using them, but I'm not, like, putting myself in a place to learn a bunch of traditions. Men decided what books to take from the Bible, and men are still taking issue with what is written in them. Exactly. And that's what's hard, is, like, there's so many books out there. There's even the Gnostic writings. Like, all the writings that Paul was warning against about this, like, false teaching creeping in and, like, taking people away. Like, there's literally, like, I'm glad that they didn't include those in the scriptures. But, like, who is man to decide what scriptures are? But if we know Torah, if we know the Messiah, we know their words and their character and their details, we now have a reference to be able to test other writings, if that makes sense.
Did you get your highlighter with you?
I don't even think I have a pen. I think I have my notebook.
There's a pen right there.
Oh, look at that. I have a pen. Right? Doesn't Enoch 1 claim Enoch is a Messiah and fulfilling Messianic prophecy? No. Nope. That was just the way that it was worded and the way that people have interpreted it. I wish that I had it. I need to get a new Apocrypha, but I do want to get the Ethiopian Bible. I think that one would be really cool.
And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and went off to fight with the remnant of her seed, those guarding the commands of Elohim and possessing the witness of Yeshua Messiah, guarding the commands of the Father, and having the testimony of Yeshua. That's just great. That's 17. That's 12:17. The woman, the remnant of the woman.
What was the one? It was Esdras or whatever, like first and second Esdras in the Apocrypha, and
those are really good.
This is literally Ezra, the same guy that was included in the Bible, right? Like, and you read it, and he's prophesying of literally the Messiah, like the end times, saying to keep the commandments. Like he's saying exactly what Scripture is telling us, but then they don't include that in there. You know what I mean?
Which is weird, because I felt like Ezra would have fit very easily.
Right, but
and it's funny because most people don't talk about that.
If the Jews had voted it out, they wouldn't want that direct prophecy of Messiah. If the Christians had voted it out, they wouldn't want the verses like you need to be like all those who are still the ones in the end times doing the commandments. But it's weird because then John is still included in Revelation saying the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I like Revelations, and I think it's Ezekiel and Isaiah and somebody else. I can't remember, but they're all they all are looking at like the end times at all these different angles. And I like that because it's multiple witnesses of the same event, and through the viewer's eyes in different timelines, which I think is amazing because it really, when they're that far apart and their visions are so detailed, it is there's nobody. The hand of the Father was all over that, and He gives us lots of warning and lots of time for preparation, to have oil on our lamps, to have the anointing, to be caught up in the Word. Just think about how, with the freedom we have to read this Bible, where we're at today, there may be a time where it's not a freedom anymore. There may be a time where it's outlawed, or what we do,
we go
or
through the
beliefs.
Maccabean like revolt, which is like literally to me is the first end times. Like that is the like precursor of like what to expect. Like that is to me the summary of what we should expect as a people.
Yeah.
Like you read the book of Maccabees. Like
did you have it?
It's some my Apocrypha is in half, like in pieces are missing from the middle, so I need a new one so that I have the whole thing.
A house divided cannot stand.
Right, we need a new one. Sawson says, "I take afflicting your being to like extra dying your fleshly needs and wants." Yeah, it's like literally like I don't know how to explain it, but yes, I think that was a good like the best words you could use. But if Sabbath is supposed to be for the man or for man and not man for Sabbath, it's like you're supposed to be able to get rest on this day. So if you're like totally like, I don't know, if you're like in this place where you're like, I don't do anything, you know what I mean? Like but to me, I'm like, what if it's on Sabbath and we need some extra like growth, and so we have
I thought
to
you're
like,
going somewhere totally different.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry. I'm inappropriate. I know the guys caught that.
There are many scriptures for marital relations on the Sabbath. I'm not sure what those are. I know there's the one talking about like not putting like what is it, your own desires or something on my Sabbath, but I also am not sure if that verse in Isaiah is about the Day of Atonement.
I think it's about atonement. But it also is talking about like the Sabbath is a holy day. And it's like, think about this. So it makes sense, because if you're looking at it like this, like to not have idle conversations, but everything you talk about it, let it be like about the Father, about His business. Like it's important that you should be in that day. You should be praising and in prayer and searching out and studying His character by looking through the scriptures and figuring out where our places are. It's an awesome time to do those things, and my flesh is easily distracted by a lot of stuff that will, and I'll be honest with you guys, a lot of times when I'm home, I'm in bed vegging out, and it's about my only unwind time. Some days we're really good and we get up and we do the Torah portions and have some breakfast and chill, and like, what'd you make for breakfast tomorrow? Eggs and bacon?
Some sort of scrambled substance.
Some scrabbled, yeah.
Scrambled something.
Scrabbled.
Scrabbled.
Scrambled.
I'm not hunting. I'm not hunting tomorrow.
Hi, Patty.
Not.
I didn't get a chance to say hi to Patty yet, or Texas T, or John Dean, or Desert Jack, or Sawson. Yeah, I love all you guys. I have the hardest time enunciating this. JS Genesis Designs. I can't. That does not flow very easy off my tongue. I have to like really focus to say it, because I'm gonna go blah 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 blah.
How do you spell eggs? Hold on. sorry. I am messaging. Okay. and if
Jimmy
you were-
Carr.
If
yeah.
you were commanded to set the Sabbath apart to the Father, how is making a new life something you shouldn't do on the
See,
Sabbath?
that's what I'm saying. It's the first commandment. Be fruitful and multiply. So there's arguments both ways. But if there was a temple, I don't think we would be doing it before the temple, but maybe after temple services.
But then it goes back to like, is Jubilee scripture or not? You know, is it part of the Torah, which was originally
right now,
given at Mount
right
Sinai?
now we don't have it. We don't have a conclusion.
Right. But that's my thing, is like it all comes down to if Jubilee is considered scripture and it was
maybe-
originally given at the at Mount Sinai with the Torah, but then it's been taken out, it would be like
Who knows?
it would be
man? Who
truth,
knows?
but we
Who
don't
knows?
have it as a
For all we know, those are oral law,
Right.
Or oral.
yes, we do live in an RV.
Who said that?
Karsten Kuczynski.
Yes.
I'm trying really hard.
Yes, we do.
What's
in
more
the land of the free, we do what we want.
I'm not.
Not really. This is kind of what we could afford. I'll tell you why living in an RV fit really good for us. Because we were a little bit gypsy for a while, and we were drifting around, and it sucks when you sign a rental agreement and then you want to move, and you're kind of stuck there for 6 months or a year. Not so good. And then also, we like people, so if you move your camper a lot, you get new neighbors all the time, and you get to meet people and see stuff and travel, and yeah.
I have, what does it say? I'm having a lot of difficulty finding beef bacon these days here, so it's turkey sausage with breakfast. Dude, there's a bag of sausage at Walmart. It's like organic, but it's chicken maple
Apple.
sausage. It's like a bag of like little sausages, dude. They're so freaking good.
It's in the
Like, they're
freezer foods in the
ridiculous.
crunchy section. That's all the like super good for you.
Ridiculous.
Crunchy
Buckets
stuff.
and gypsies. Deer need Sabbath too. Let me see. Sorry, we're scrolling.
Yeah, the deer need a Sabbath too. That's right. Peterson Family Farm.
Where are we?
Yeah, we
The daily offering to the Father was done in the. Oh wait, that must be an association with something else.
Which one is it? Enoch or Jubilees that talks about not to start no shit on Shabbat, or to hunt or to catch anything?
Oh, that's Jubilees. Yeah.
Yeah, Jubilees. Yeah.
That's the only, like, Jubilees is the only book to me that really gives you rules for Sabbath. Like, we know in the scriptures it says, like...
It gives you
don't-
more detail.
Yeah, it's like, don't kill an animal. Like, don't go fishing. Don't sail off on a journey. Don't, like, pack up all your stuff. You know, it's like, it's the only place where I could find, like, kind of rules. Because I'm like, okay, we're doing Sabbath, but, like, where's my guidelines? Like, just don't make a fire. And, like, don't cook. Like, you know what I mean? Don't work. Don't make anybody else work. Like, it's very simple, and so people definitely complicate it. But to me, I like rules. I need more structure.
Will you
I want to
pull
know.
up the Exodus where it says to cook what you'll cook and boil what you'll boil, for tomorrow's the Sabbath? Because that is the conclusion in my house, is why we don't cook on Sabbath. Not that we're perfect at it, and we still will nuke stuff or use the crock pot, but we're just not preparing a meal. All the preparations are done ahead of time the best we can.
I'm hungry.
Don't start with it.
You want one of these green bananas?
Where did it go? I just went through Exodus. Where did it go?
Okay.
There's like 2 parts where he talks about the Sabbath. Banana. Hello? Oh,
That's how
man,
you bruise a
down.
banana. So that's the one you get?
And guess what, Dad?
Hopefully somebody's gonna just put it in the chat, because I'm just
My
flipping,
teeth are like
I have
giant
no
scissors.
idea where it is. I just read it.
It's right after they're given.
Sabbath regulations? No.
Maybe. It might
It
be in
was
there.
when they did the when the manna fell.
It's when the manna.
Crossing the Red Sea.
Yeah, it's about the manna.
Bread from heaven. Oh, water from the rock. So here we go. On the 7th day. Oh, hold on, let me
What are you
find
doing?
Just putting that up.
Oh, okay. No, Rencha says they're eating bananas too.
Banana.
Yeah.
On the so
The
it says
bananas are my
gather
favorite fruit,
twice
Dad.
as much. Tomorrow is a day of solemn rest, a holy Sabbath to Yahweh. Bake what you will bake and boil what you will boil, and all that is left over lay aside to be kept till morning.
Okay, Texas T, that's a great question because I'll clarify it. So, nuking food that is already prepared, I'm just heating it up. It's just like if I had a fire going already and I threw another piece of wood in there. I'm not preparing it. I'm not doing the work. The work's already been done. And so that's the difference for us, is because the specific verse that I'm referring to is it's talking about when they were in the wilderness and they were eating the manna. And if you guys remember the part where they tried to gather an extra portion and it would spoil and get worms in it overnight, except for day of prep, they were allowed to gather a second portion. So they did the work ahead of time and it didn't spoil because it was blessed for them to do that. And it also said to cook what you will cook and boil what you boil, for tomorrow is the Sabbath day's rest. So it's like saying, hey, do this ahead of time. So that's where day of prep comes from for us.
That's why it's so important to have a good day of prep, because it ultimately determines, like, if it's like Sabbath and we have not done anything on day of prep, we will sometimes go and just grab food from the store just to have it here to like eat because we didn't do any day of prep stuff.
Yeah,
like,
so
we'll have it ready for Shabbat because we don't have food pre-made.
So what we try to do is we try not to change the consistency of whatever it is we're heating up. If it's already cooked, then we're just heating it up. That's one thing. If we're preparing a meal or cooking it from scratch, that's a whole...
But like eating cereal is going to change the consistency, but it's not going to change the food.
Yeah,
like,
but the preparation of... Yeah, it's not... You're pouring a bowl, right? That's like, we're going to get legalistic and say, oh, we can't turn the lights on and off and all that. So there's a line there. It's that we intentionally, with intention, do the day of prep so that we don't have anything left, which is cleaning, doing the dishes, making sure that we've got food prepared for the next day. There's a reason for that, and for us is we try not to cook, and that's just how it is.
Like, because I'm on the like rabbit hole of microwave poisoning, how toxic the microwave is, and so I'm like, what are we gonna do if like it's Shabbat and then we don't have the microwave anymore? And then it comes down to like, now we actually have to heat it up in a pan or like eat it cold. But like, it still comes down to like, if I've done all the prep, I've cut everything up, I've like done all the dishes, it's in a pan in the freezer, and then I throw it into the oven. It's like, I'm not preparing anything, right? Like everything is already prepared, but now it's just like,
it's also Team Creamy on this channel. If you like,
I don't have a preference. I could do both.
If you like crunchy and you're on Team Crunchy, you're on the wrong channel. That's the Bear channel.
Stop it.
I don't really care.
I have moods for both.
I like talking the most smack.
Mrs. Wrenches makes a quiche on prep day and then throws it in the oven in the next morning. Yeah. Yep.
There we go.
Toaster oven or an air fryer is superior to a nuker for reheat. So our air fryer, like our breaker pops in here when we are, like, if we run the air fryer in the camper. This is a weird angle.
It is a weird angle. The stand's breaking.
See, my whole posture is weird.
Yeah, I need a new Amazon
No, we don't
stand.
like this one.
There we go.
Anyways, the air fryer will pop the breaker
Justin
in here.
said unsubscribed.
Listen, Linda.
Okay, go.
The air fryer pops the breaker in here, so we have to cook it outside on an extension cord.
Off the pole.
Off the power pole.
Yeah.
But we left it outside for too long, and then the air fryer got wet, and then it didn't work. So I had it drying out for a couple days, and I'm kind of hoping that it just like mysteriously starts working again. It's not going to work.
We're going to have to get it
now. But then I've also heard that apparently there's something, I don't know, iron or something, or I don't know, it's something that people get from like using the air fryer. Like the food is altered by the air fryer, like whatever metal's in there too.
It's got the non-stick shit in it.
Yeah, and I literally switched away from non-stick and went to like cast iron or stainless steel. So I'm like, if I use the air fryer, it's all electrical and with the non-stick. It's just like, how do we cook food? Like fire. We're going to make a fire. We're just going to cook everything on a fire. Like forever, and then we're just gonna eat everything cold.
Yeah, toaster oven. That's right. We'll just use electricity. wait, hold on. You can't. Don't. Jimmy Carr's good to go. You can't delete his stuff.
What happened?
Yeah, Wrenches, don't delete him. He's good.
What did he do?
I don't know, but this thing is all the way breaking. Stand by, guys.
Cooking at that time was a full-time job, and I feel like that's something that we really have to like consider. Don't show them everything.
Oh. Yeah, there we go. And we're up.
Best video quality.
Dude, this stand is like seen better days. It may
my gosh.
actually.
It's like zip tied together.
I've got all kinds of stuff on here to like holding it up. I've got an elastic band from a headlamp holding the legs from spreading out too far, and it's zip tied, and you know it is what it is. Oh
goodness!
Yeah. No, it's bad. It's bad.
Don't show the room. We're just gonna hold it. Old school.
So now you get all the motion sickness at 69, almost 70 minutes in.
Not this time, MacGyver.
Stand by, hold
But
this.
his whole truck was like this too.
Yeah, dude, my truck it should be in like the Guinness World Book of Records on how to not start.
Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, that one. Whatever it is. Oh, this thing's toast, bro.
Best production quality. What's going on? Duct tape and chewing gum.
Yeah, hold on a second. I gotta get my zip ties back
Am
in
I
working
back?
order.
Jimmy, what happened?
Jimmy, we're sorry. Wrenches, don't do that.
What happened?
That's my peeps.
Oh, he challenged Team Creamy. I had to do what I had to do.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do that. We're all brothers here. Crunchy or not. I
No, I
mean,
don't. Don't say that. Don't say that. Do I actually?
what? You have a
I have to
booger?
rewind it. Do I actually?
You have a big old moco?
Shut up.
Yes.
I'll fucking freak out.
Dude, if you have a big old moco in your nose,
I will never come on here again.
yeah, we're gonna freeze frame it, and that will be the next
will never be on
thumbnail
here
for the
again.
video. Will be like a
This
big,
is like when I
a
found
big
underwear in
booger,
my pant leg.
Big booger.
Now I have to
Big,
make
big
the screen
booger.
large.
Hey, whatever you're doing, stop.
Oh no, don't do it. You can't even see it. You can't see in my nose.
Yeah, I think
Is he
somebody's messing
messing with
with
me?
you.
Oh,
Who
God.
said it? Did Justin say
There's
it?
no booger, right? I can't tell. I'm really going through this right now.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm about to have a panic attack. I'll never be on here again. Where are we?
All right. So,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
babe, listen, there's no boogers. It's
Oh, he
fine.
said I'm kidding. Okay.
Okay, who said it?
Encouraging community.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Good
Don't
job.
let peanut butter tear
Good
us
job.
apart.
Yeah, don't let peanut butter tear us apart.
Don't eat the green ones.
What
Eat
is-
the
is
other
it
ones. I
emergency?
got green ones so that they
No,
turn yellow by the
just
time we're done with
something
these
funny
ones.
happened.
Okay.
I wrote and like
Okay,
like
so
from Mario.
Oh, okay.
team. Oh my goodness. Here's the team. You know what? I'm just gonna eat them both together, which is kind of redundant. Relax, sister. Your nose is dancing with a boogie in it.
Oh, man, this has been a
Oh,
freaking
man. I'm like
awesome night.
sweating. That made me so
No,
nervous.
it's hot in here. I'm sweating, actually.
No, but I wasn't sweating until
Well,
I
your
calmed
heat-
down.
your
the
heat-
adrenaline happened,
Your
and then
heat,
I
your
calmed
pheromones
down.
are causing me to sweat.
That's different.
Yeah. Oh, it is different.
I feel like I ask you this on live a once a month, but what's been on your heart lately?
Oh, what's been on my heart lately is,
Teaching people about Shabbat and stuff.
yeah,
Teaching people about Shabbat. and stuff.
that is definitely on my heart to spread the gospels for sure. But with current events, I believe that shit is going to get rough, really quick. That's what I think, and I'm not prophesying. I'm not doing any of that, but I think that it is going to get really rough, and I think that it will be made that way. We'll just say that. I think that the global elites are going to throw a tantrum, and it's going to be a monkey wrench for the whole system, and I don't think it's that far off. And prepping has been really on my heart, but I don't know what to prep right now. I mean, food
A
and buckets.
property, maybe.
Yeah. Food
A
and buckets
garden,
and all the
chickens.
things, right? All the things, but like
Ow.
I don't know what's going to happen next. And the Bible prophesies that things are going to get rough. And so I'm basing my belief system off of that things are going to get rough and not better. And so every time I hear people smoking hopium, like, oh, Donald Trump, and it's going to be good now, I don't believe that. I just don't. I think that it's going to get rough.
He could also be the Antichrist.
He
like,
could be
knows.
He could be the Antichrist, and
Everybody's
Elon Musk could be the
after
false
it.
prophet.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know.
The dragon and the beast, or whatever. The beast and the what is it called?
So I think that we're in for a ride, and I think COVID was nothing compared to what's going to happen next, and whether that's wars or rumors of wars, or whether that's weather modification or earthquakes. I think we're in for a ride. A crashing economy, which is already there. We just haven't felt the birth pains from it yet. Stand by.
But I do feel like there is a lot of sifting where like the lukewarm are literally just getting led like away. Like they're just like being led. What are you looking for?
Something to drink.
There's a Zevia.
I just need water.
There's a kombucha.
Is there?
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of random people coming to the way, and then there's also a bunch of like lukewarm believers that are being led astray. And I feel like this is like somebody was saying the other day about like the Christian church, and was like, I feel like they were saying there's going to be this big revival, and it's like I feel like it's the revival aspect is already happening, but like the Christian church is expecting something different in terms of revival. But like the Great Awakening to me is like happening. Like people are coming to the way. The Father is like waking people up and removing like scales from people's eyes. Their hearts are being circumcised. Like over and over, just like random people that you meet are like awake, and they see this and they recognize it. And so it's like
there's not going to be a lot of middle ground. There's going to be people that are either coming to the way, or people that are being swept away even deeper into false doctrine. Mm-hmm. And I think that the one world religion, the new world order, I think that people that don't truly believe in Messiah and they believe in a lawless Messiah are easily going to fall into that. I think a lot of people will, and I think it'll be rough.
Maybe we should prep weather control machines, fight fire with fire.
Right. I'm considering blue tarps on everything. So.
And aluminum foil.
I actually have a vehicle that's blue, and I was like, I'm just gonna paint this a cool color, and now I might just leave it.
Sawson says, I think this calm was to make us lackadaisical. Cannon loaded with silver nitrate.
Right.
Yeah, a great awakening and great slumber is happening for sure. Like people are making their choice. Like people are making choices daily to like choose whom you will serve, right? But as for me and my house,
yeah.
And it's like every day people are choosing like I don't want to do that. I would like to keep doing what I'm doing. I like it better. It's more comfortable.
Chicken Farmer Plus is making like a really good point. That's part of the preparations. Are like know His word.
Chicken Farmer Plus.
Mind your business.
He's a good brother, and I think that for sure it is a time of preparation, of knowing the Father, His character, and knowing what is prophesied, also knowing how to fight the enemy with Scripture, the whole armor, right? And I think that it is going to be more and more needed for us to be on guard like never before, because the battle that's happening right now as we speak is spiritual, and it is already well on its way. And I can feel it when I'm out there. I can feel it out there in the world. I can feel it when I go to the store. I can feel it when I'm getting fuel. I can feel it when I'm driving through town. I just know.
Saya, Chicken Farmer Plus says, be obedient to your parents.
Good job, brother. And so I think that for me, there's a sense of not impending doom, but a sense of it's about to get real. And I think the rubber, it's, people and their fruit. But when we're all in our trials of various kinds, that's when that's when things get tough. You know, I know for me, when I'm by myself, it's not good for me. And I know that when I'm by myself, that I have to keep myself busy so that I don't go into morbid reflection of myself and fall into a depression or anything else that the flesh is interested in doing or that the enemy tries to get me to do too. And so all of those things, like when you've got your shield up at the end of the day or the end of the week or the end of the month, hopefully your shield has arrows in it and not your ass, if you know what I'm saying, you know, because it's painful when you learn the hard way. And a lot of us do. I mean, that's just kind of how we learn how to hold our shield up. It's because we got enough arrows on our butt that we don't want to do that anymore.
Arrows in our butt?
Josiah,
Hey, Josiah,
stop it.
son,
All done talking, please.
please.
You can go in the other room and watch a movie, or you can sit in there and be quiet.
Are you tracking? Are you tracking?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And also, why do you guys keep saying a bunch of weird things?
It's not for you, kiddo.
Tyson knocked Jake Paul out 40 seconds. Hey, listen, Mike Tyson's wearing the patches. I'm just letting you know that. There's videos of him training, and he has patches on.
The same,
Also, RFK is apparently patching.
these little patches that we were wearing.
Just letting you know.
But we are going to jump off of here, mostly because I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I had 2 cups of coffee, and I am all the way zooming on caffeine right now, and I need to eat.
So you're feeling a little shaky?
A little shake. I drank some water
I
because
don't
I was
want to
like,
go, though. It's only freaking 7:45. Who are you?
7:45, really?
Give the ZZ a tug and open your word so that the Father can bring you peace. Exactly. And I feel like that's a big thing. Is
Amen.
like, what is our reflex when that, like, thought comes or whatever? Is our reflex to, like, oh no, like, and, like, kind of run with it and let it take us down? Or is our thought like, wow, I should probably pray. My armor seems a little, like...
Yeah, and
up.
also, like, it's important to, like, have brothers and sisters that know you, and don't make them guess. Like, if you're on the struggle bus or you got stuff going on, like, let them know. Like, hey, this is where I'm at with stuff, or I've been thinking about this, or I'm feeling a little off today. Like, let people know, because it's important. Like, when I asked you guys to pray for me, like, I know you guys are praying for me. You know, I know you're praying for us. I know you're praying for my family. It's important, and, like, I can't thank people enough for the prayers that I don't even know happen. You know, like, I know there's people out there praying for me because I'm still alive. I'm blessed. I'm in up spirits, and I have a lot of reasons that I should be.
And you have an awesome wife.
Amazing wife. Yeah.
I'm a pain in the ass recently.
That's all right. I don't deserve you anyhow.
Recently, only.
Anyhow, so that's it. We're getting off here for tonight. Shabbat shalom. And we'll
is
talk.
Hoot getting on? Who are you getting on?
Is Hoot getting on? I think Hoot is getting on.
Oh, also? Oh, no. I don't know if that's okay. I was going to say I have a video. Never mind. My comments are not working.
That's all right. We're getting off of here. Shalom, guys.